are live with another episode of Mini Life. I'm your host, Mini Mike.
What up, everybody? I am the co-host, Scrapyard Sean.
Damn, our timing really needs some work on that. But
Dude,
we are joined.
It's on my end.
It's like a little cringe delay. Just a little. I don't know if I like forget if I like hit the little button. Here's the rabbit hole, Sean. I don't know if I hit the button in editing that like takes out. I don't know if I hit the button on editing that takes out like pauses. I can just like, I'm your host, Mini Mike. I'm your host, Mini Mike, and I'm Scrappy. You know, it's like boom. So people might not know, but to me, I know it's editing. Anyways, we're here with. Now they know. Now they know that. I don't know. I feel like I leave it pretty raw to, for the most part. For the most part. Sean and I know the behind the scenes of what really happens that gets cut out.
Yeah, the kind of making of.
Yeah, Kevin, I don't know. I don't know if you remember that one episode we were talking about toilets. I don't even remember what the episode was. I think it was just a chin wag, and I was like, "Why do you Europeans call it toilet? We call it, bathroom or whatever." And he was saying and we talked like for 20 minutes about toilets, and I think I had to cut out like 15 of it because it was just like, what?
I think the big difference between a toilet and like a bathroom is like in the UK, some people just go puke outside and we slip in the bathroom.
Good point.
Yeah, you're not far off actually, Kevin.
Yeah.
Good point. Well, we're joined here with the lovely Kevin Gimpy _501 on the gram. So go check him out while we are chit-chatting here. He has a lovely mini that we're going to jump into here in a bit. Don't forget to follow our lovely partners, Mountaineer Classic, at Mountaineer Classic on Instagram. They also have a Facebook and a website, mountaineerclassic.co.uk. Use the code MiniLife10 for 10% off. Other than that, I guess you can follow us, minilife.37, on most things. Instagram. We do post on Facebook. What else?
YouTube.
Big Cartel? Oh, yeah. Ooh. How did I forget? We started, Kev, have you watched our vlogs, our new vlogs?
Yep, I watched every single one, even the one that you straight in the steering wheels getting prepped.
Dude, so I don't know if it was just my like head, the steering wheel's like slightly off. Yesterday I was driving it and I still haven't put back the center Mountaineer like push horn button thing because I just was like, do I need to adjust this more or whatever? And I swear it's like dead nuts straight. So I'm like, did it just like fix itself or am I like seeing things? So maybe my push horn button was crooked and it was like throwing me. I just need to stop looking at the damn steering wheel. I just like, and you know what it is too? You know how the Minis like steering wheel, like gearbox or pedals and everything are all kind of like crooked a little bit. Like it like really. Yeah, so it's like depending on where I'm sitting or like how I'm sitting, like how gangsta lean I have, is it crooked or is it straight? I don't know.
Yeah, and there's always like a small play in the steering rack. Like if you never open that small hole to properly align it, you'll always be like big crap.
Yeah. It could have been windy yesterday, so it was kind of blowing the car, so I had to like pull it to the other side so it was straight. I don't know.
Dude, all I'm hearing is excuses my end.
There's no excuses. What excuse? I'm just explaining.
No.
You'll have to see, Sean, when you're here, you'll see, like, you're used to really crooked steering wheel, so it's probably like, wow, this is the most straight steering wheel I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's happened on one car, and it was only like that for a few months.
But the update on that steering wheel, buttery smooth now. It was just a little sticky. Man, it feels so good. I'm just just pinpoint accuracy.
I cannot even recall mine how it looks because here there's so many potholes in the asphalt that you're just going like this every time. So you're like, Is it
Yeah,
straight?
you're never-
I don't even know.
Yeah, you're never going straight enough. Wow. Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, we've always had a YouTube. We never really plug it because our main source for podcast, video, or audio is Spotify. But YouTube, we started doing vlogs. We're trying to document our journey to this rally. If we make it, we are getting pretty damn close to getting Sean that ticket. We're as the time of recording, we have like 130 more
I think it's less
followers
than that
for
now.
Mountain. Less than that.
Yeah, I think we're
Dang, we're
120
coming in
something
hot.
now.
We put in some work for that right off the. I was like, I've shameless here. I'm just gonna say it. I messaged like, I went through my friends list who follows us or who I follow, I guess, on Mini Life, and I went to their followers or people who they follow, and if they weren't following Mountainy, I just messaged them. I was like, hey, why aren't you following Mountainy?
Yeah, I've done exactly the
surprisingly-
same.
Mining people.
Surprisingly, we found some friends of ours who wasn't following. Thanks for the support, pal. Anyways, you know who you are, Taiki.
That's
sorry.
Mini.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm sorry, Henry.
Literally a friend your friend you share a pint with.
Yeah.
To be fair, he didn't want to come on the podcast, huh?
No, he does. He does. He's just
I don't
being a
know. Maybe
little
he did.
whiny
Oh, he does
about it. Yeah.
So anyways, go follow our YouTube. Sean has made one vlog. I have made one vlog at the time of this posting. So when this episode goes live, there's probably 4, 5, 6 on there now, maybe. Well,
Probably
that's the
something like
plan. We'll see.
If all else
But
goes
anyways, yeah. We're trying to plug away and get to this rally. We're slowly planning. Also, sorry, Kevin, you're not important right now. We're plugging everything. I'm just kidding. we did launch a WhatsApp community page. I think it was. We tried Discord. I feel like people don't really know what Discord is for some reason. I think it's the new cool gender, like the gender, not gender. What am I trying to say?
It's more
I
a
don't know, Mike,
gaming
what are you trying to
platform,
say?
Discord.
Yeah,
So
Discord.
it's
I'm not trying to say gender. I'm trying to say generation. Thank you. Gender, generation, whatever, same thing. Anyways, no comment.
nowadays, yeah.
Yeah, who knows? Younger generation, I feel like, yeah, like you said, it's kind of gamey, and people like didn't like it. So we switched to the WhatsApp community. We have a Mini Life WhatsApp thing. I posted the link a couple times. So hit us up if you want to join. It's been pretty fun. We got a ton of songs on the playlist now, so check that out. That's super fun. Kevin, have you joined the WhatsApp community yet?
Not yet. I never
You
use WhatsApp myself.
Oh, you son!
Gotta
I feel
do it,
like it's
man.
like I feel like everybody except for Americans use WhatsApp.
I think Canadian side, some people use it,
Mm-hmm.
but we're mostly on Discord.
Oh, so you're a
Teams.
Discord guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I tried to make it work. No one wanted to join the Discord, so we went WhatsApp, and it's been popping off. So that's been fun. So check that out. I don't know if I have any more announcements. Sean, do you?
No, I think you've taken everything out of my mouth, to be honest, Mike. That's
All right.
I think we're good to get
All
cracking on with Kevin.
Hawk Tua. Alrighty. Kevin, can you see our little like names and
Yeah. Yeah, I saw
Right.
the Hawk 12 and I was like, oh,
Yeah, didn't have a
I
choice
have
on
control.
yeah.
Can you not change yours, Sean?
that one. No. You won't give
That's
me that
funny.
power.
I have all the power. No one knows what we're talking about. We have little like titles underneath our pictures as we're recording, and
Yeah.
Sean's is Hawk Tua. So Hawk Tua 2024 for president. Anyways, now the moment you've all been waiting for. Kevin Gimpy _501. You're in Montreal? Is that what it was?
No, I'm in Montebello. It's a
Oh,
small
Montebello.
countryside, maybe an hour from Montreal. So,
Oh, Montebello. That sounds fancy.
yeah. Yeah, it's really small. I think it's 14.3 kilometers square.
Wow.
area, so it's like 600 living people, counting all animals.
Nice, nice. So you're the one and only classic mini there?
Oh, I think I saw a couple of people passing by with minis, but I think I'm the only one with the classic one. So.
Nice,
That's a
nice,
cool
cool,
title to
cool.
have.
So let's jump. Yeah, like the one and only mini. See, that's what I should change your little title to is one and only mini in Montebello. Montebello, Montebello.
Kevin's
You should
the
start
one
Montebello
and
minis.
only.
Yeah.
Montebello minis at Montebello minis on Instagram. Follow him, and there's only one person there. So.
Yeah.
Oh man! All right, enough jibber jabbering. Kevin, tell us, how did you get into minis? Why mini? What led you to this path to being on the mini life right at this moment?
It's kind of funny because when I got into mini, I was maybe like 7 years old. My grandpa had one, was a 1972 or something like that, and I was watching Mr. Beans like everyone. I had all the small action figures from Mr. Beans and like videotape, and I still remember my grandpa had the Canadian one with the uprise bumper, weird looking minis. People
Yeah.
love it here, but I'm more into like the classic look with the chrome bumpers and everything. So I kind of forget that dream when I was young. And back in 2017, I had a Truxton R, got into an accident. I pretty almost broke my spine,
Ooh.
so couldn't
Ooh.
ride anymore. My girlfriend was like, "Okay, you need to sell that bike because you're not going over it again." So, and after a couple of weeks without a bike, I found that mini in Stoneham. So I drove like 5 hours from my place over there just to look at the mini, and I bought the mini.
Nice.
Was it something that you, when you sold the bike, you decided to look for minis, or you were just kind of looking around Facebook Marketplace and it just popped up, or?
I was like going around, didn't know what to do, and I always had like something to work on. I start out with the CB 750 from 1980. I rebuilt the full bike, and after a while, I just sold it, buy a new one. Um, and when I sold that bike, my girlfriend was like, "Okay, you're going to maniac inside the apartment, so you need something to play with." And I was like, "Okay, I always dreamed of a mini, but not like Gen 1 through 2, 3, or the newers." So I decided just to, you know what, I want a Mr. Bean one. So I start looking on Facebook Market, and I found that one, and I start chitty chatting with the owner. So he was sending me videos of the minis rolling and photo of when he rebuilt it and where it came from. So I just decided to go and see. Took it for a spin. It was raining like a maniac that day. I had my foot soaking wet because there's a gator where the brake booster is that was missing.
Oh no.
No.
So all the rain was going through that hole. And I just decided that was it. That was my dream car right there that I just find out.
Wow. That's awesome. How was that first drive? Pouring rain. Were you just scared shitless, or was it just like,
It was kind of funny because I bought in 2017 a Clubman S that
mm-hmm.
I drove that day to go see that 1983 Mini, and was ride and drive, and it's still. And I kind of remember trying to follow the yellow line, but we're not in UK, so let me imagine it was going on the other side of the road, and my cousin was sitting beside me, and it's like, Kevin, can you just go on the other
Oh,
side? And I'm
no.
like, what do you mean? Following the yellow line on the ground. And I remember all the rattling sound of the Mini. And I just came back and I was like, you know what? We chat for like 4 hours at his place. And was like, yeah, I think I'd fall in love with that car.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, it sounds like it kind of was a perfect storm that led you to it. Tell us a little bit about the car. 83, I think you said.
Yeah.
83 Mayfair?
Yeah, it's an 83 Mayfair with a 998 engine. I don't know what year it's been swapped for a 1275.
Mm-hmm.
It arrived in Canadian ground in 06. Never rode until 2015 when the second owner, Canadian owner, bought it. He repainted the whole car, did his best. I'm stripping the car since 2021 to find out all the rusty area. I think all
There's no
Minis
rust on a
are-
Mini. What are you on
are
about,
known for
Kevin?
those. So yeah, um, it looks brand new, but it's not. And I find out more about it every day. But I'm really pleased to like stripping the car off to learn how Minis are made and how everything was put together. So
Thrown
I
together
learn
on a
every
Friday afternoon and left
yeah,
till Monday.
yeah. And I'm always wondering if it's David Bowie who built mine. So yeah, the car is pretty neat. Yeah, some finicky stuff going on with the Mini when I first bought it. I bought it in August. I think it was 19 when I decided to like jump the bridge and buy it. So yeah, I found more and more every time I was driving the car around and like what I can change, upgrade, or need to repair to fix to make it perfect, like the steering wheel. Yeah, I kind of shut my foot when I start putting everything off the car because I didn't expect like having off the road for that long. I drove it for 3 years, and now it's been 3 years. It's sitting in the garage here. And I finally decided the summer is the summer I need to spend the most time on it. So I took 2 months off working for working stuff around my home because I bought my home in 22, and I had some TLC to do on it, and I need TLC to do on the Mini. So I decided this year, forget home, go all Mini.
Yeah, get your
So
priorities straight with the Mini, right?
yeah, so now it's on stand, no wheels, no subframe, no seats, everything is stripped off right now.
Hey, I'm getting there, dude. I'm getting there. All right, slowly but surely. Kevin knows. Okay, here's my problem. All right, I can't do it on my own. I'm one man. I need a couple of hands in the unit to help me drop the subframe out and the engine. Yeah, all right, Mike. All right.
Like this, you know what's this? It's the smallest needle in
Yeah.
Yeah, I did all by myself. I bought
All right, fine. Tonight I'm taking it out. I don't care how long it takes me. I'll be there all night. I'm taking it out tonight. All right. Oh yeah, for like 10 kilograms lighter.
it's
I'll get
always
it out
finicky
tonight.
to work around a Mini because you need to unplug. You don't know until you do it. You need to unplug so many things, and you're going to the drive shaft and you're like, how those things removed from the differential? You're like,
Well, the thing is,
huh,
I'm trying to make it easier for myself by just detaching the subframe with the engine and gearbox still together.
whoo, that's a big job.
Oh, that's That's not finicky
It's
for the confidence. I
finicky
thought that
to
was going to be
put-
the easiest way to do it.
No, I saw some people do like the reverse, like installing the engine on the subframe and put everything together. But I found it's way harder to do it for the assemblage side than just remove the engine, drop the subframe, and do it all that way. Yeah, rabbit hole.
Yeah, it must be. You might be having some internet issues.
Yeah.
Hello, Mike. Welcome to Mini Life. How are we?
My recording stopped, but you were still going, so that's fine. Yeah, I mean, Sean, you 100% can do it by yourself.
All right, fine. Challenge accepted. But I need to drop the subframe and the engine and the gearbox together.
But that's easier than pulling the engine out. Just do it.
Well, I've never done it before. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, just
You know as well as anyone, I am the least technical person ever. Give me a paintbrush, give me a spray can and bodywork and some sandpaper. I'm a happy bunny. Give me mechanical stuff. I'm just like, I don't know.
just jack
I
it
don't-
up a
I'm
little
not like-
bit.
Dude, I've not labeled anything.
Oh my god!
I
Why?
took pictures.
Yeah, pictures for sure.
I don't think I've done that either.
What? So what do you? How? What's your plan then?
What do you mean? What's my plan? It's just body, engine, off, out, together. Subframe.
Yeah, but what's your plan? You haven't labeled anything. You're gonna hand it over to somebody to say, "Hey, fix this,"
No,
or you're just gonna. So this is
No,
gonna
I'm-
take you
I'm-
6 years.
it took me 18 years last time. Can we?
He had all the time to let his hair grow back.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah, son of a.
It's
Here's what's-
47 years.
It's been 80 years ago. Here's what's going to happen, Kevin. I'm going to somehow finagle a flight over to the UK for the IMM next year, and it's still not going to be done. And I'm going to fucking do the whole damn thing. And he's going to sit there and say, "You're right."
No, it's got to be done for next year. We can't then do this rally in your car and then not do IMM in my car. So it has to be done by next year.
Well, that's why you better start
And
figuring it out, mate.
I did say it was going to be done for August this year.
It's always scary when you first start disassembling the car, but after you're just looking around, like removing all the engine steady, engine mount, you're like, everything holding by that?
Yeah, seriously. That's so true. Yeah.
Like, I think there's maybe 6 or 8 bolts holding the old engines on the subframe, and after that you have the subframe holding by the tower bolt.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I think I've taken
that's
those
what-
out already.
yeah,
You already took the tower bolts out?
Yeah, I've taken the shocks off. I've taken tail
No,
bolts
the-
out.
The two giant bolts like on the.
Well,
So
they're
what is?
they're loose.
Oh, they're loose.
They're loose. But
You
so
see,
it's
you
there's
have-
holding
things
by
like
the towing hook on the front.
yeah, I've still got to
Yeah.
do those two at the front. I've still got to do the steering rack.
Well, that can stay.
Can
The
it?
steering rack can stay.
Yeah, the steering rack stays,
I thought
and you.
really.
Yeah.
What does
Because
it
you have to
stay?
dr- you have to-
frame. It's on the solid frame. It's not on the.
Yeah, it's on the
subframe.
body.
It's on the bulkhead.
You'll see. Here's what you should do: you just jack the car up, put the jack stands like at the edge of the body, and just rip off those two giant bulkhead bolts and just let it drop.
Yeah.
Just it'll rip all the.
It's just finicky to remove the subframe bolt who's on the bulkhead because you have like the bolts and nuts. So it's like a 2-person job. I have my
See-
daughters in the car holding the
See, 2-person
The
job.
rack.
I'm one person. I've literally just, you know.
you just need a good pair of vice grip. Just hold it and. Mine
I've no
wasn't
idea.
well, so yeah. Yeah, you can look on the right and it's not on the same on the left. It's always like I removed all the vent on my car, and one side was just like screw tap on, and the other side was weld on, and I had so many hard time to just remove everything. I just had to melt the plastic off. Yeah, yeah,
Jeez.
yeah. Like you have a fillet head, you have a square head, and after that you have a regular bolt with a 10 mil, and you're like, I think people was just rebuilding it and take the mason jar on the garage and like, oh, that fit there and that fit there. My first job was working at Can Tire, so it's like a Walmart for garage guy, I can say. It's like a mix of Jisk and Walmart, and like you can find everything in there, but they have like a big main garage. So I started out there. I was taking mechanic courses. I worked there for 2 years, so I learned a lot. And after that, I became a truck driver, and I just continued from home doing stuff on my car. I had a MK2 Volkswagen Rabbit, so I had a lot of fix to do every day. So I learned a lot from my Ford hand car. So yeah,
Hang on, I think
pretty
Mike's
much
dropped out
learned
again.
from myself, and I think you have a connection issue. So yeah, so I learned a lot from my first job, and now I'm a service tech in a garage. So
Oh, you currently are too.
still continue learning.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, see? So, Sean, all you got to do is go be a mechanic and you'll know how to do your Mini.
I promise you, nobody wants me as a mechanic. I 100% guarantee that. If they want somebody to take things apart but never go back together again, perfect. I'm your guy.
Like most of the tech, I think. There's always missing boat somewhere, and you're like,
That's it.
Kevin, this is a good
engine's
this is
running.
a good question for you. As a tech, do you think everybody can learn to work on their car, or should there be people that just should steer clear?
I think they should learn how to work on their car, because I know so many people who just drive around, they have a breakdown, and they get stuck over there. They need to buy a towing car to go
Yeah.
somewhere else. Because I had one of my friend who gets stuck in Lake Georges last summer. He had to get his mini tow to the borders, and after that, there's another towing on the other side. So we had to cross the borders, pushing the mini
Jeez.
to take the towing to home. And I was like, oh my god!
See,
And the only issue he had was the point in his distributor was just
yeah. See, I think I agree. I think everyone should learn. I feel like the people that like Sean, you just don't want to do it. And so you're like, oh, I'm bad at it. Like,
No, I'm going to stop you right there. I'm going to stop you right there. Dude. No. I'm not having that. I'm happy to learn. I'm willing to learn.
But you want somebody to.
But my problem
somebody
is-
to teach you to do it. Like you want somebody to show you first.
I mean, it would help. It would hugely help. But the problem is as well, if I'm not doing something continuously, I'll forget it. I'll completely forget everything.
No way.
I've got it. Yeah, seriously. If I had to take a subframe off, somebody showed me how to do it, point me in the right direction. Cool. I'll remember that for the first day. After that, if I'm not doing it consecutively every single day for the next 6 years,
yeah.
I'll completely
I
forget.
can see like okay, rebuilding an engine or something. Like okay, there's like little like measurements and things and this and that, but like something so basic as like unbolting a few things for a subframe, like come on, no way.
Genuinely.
Do you know how to change? Do you know how to change your? Do you know how to change your oil?
I've never done.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Yeah,
Oh my
My
god!
oil
You,
dipstick. Where's the dipstick?
Kevin, you want to be my new co-host? Oh my god! Are you pay somebody to change your oil?
No, I just top it up when it burns it off.
My god!
It's sweating so many oil off that you just need to pour a new one.
That's it. No wonder why my head gasket went.
Oh jeez.
His Mini never rust out. There's so many oil under the under the hood.
That's it, and that's the thing. If there's oil on the floor, you know it's got oil. If it runs out of oil, it's not dripping. You've got a problem. Mike, we'll be fine out in America, right? We'll be absolutely fine along this trip.
I think everybody in America know how to fix things. old America. Oh, they're just gonna put a rag. Oh, it's leaking oil. Like they're gonna put just a rag over there, nice, snug and tight, and you're good to go.
Yeah, and I won't hold it still either.
But you need to show him where is the power button on the.
Oh, geez, thanks, Mike. Oh, do you mean a torch? 20 years ago? Easily. I'll be wheeling down that road like I'm 12 years old again. No, dude, I'm literally going down the unit after this.
I've looked so many videos that now I just have Cole in my head. I have Stevenson Motor Co in my head, and I'm just like, every time I'm doing something, I'm like, oh, I remember I got that video somewhere on my phone. And I just look at it.
So here's
like,
the thing,
that's
right? Absolutely fine. I 100% agree with things like YouTube and videos like Stevenson and whatnot. Fine. But I don't get signal down the unit, and I haven't got a manual. Well, I do have a manual. I've got multiple manuals. I've just no idea where they've gone. So a lot of it, I've got like 2 or 3 of them, and I have no idea where the hell they are.
When you remove the engine and the subframe, you just need to start from scratch. Like, go at mini spares and buy new bolts and replace everything. Because you don't know what had been done in the Mini. So you just need to start from scratch and bit by bit put new parts on. And after a while, you're like, I almost have a fully rebuilt engine.
See, the smart thing that I do is when I take something off. If I've taken something like a part off, I'll put the bolts back in the position that they were in, so I haven't got bags of bolts. That's probably the one saving grace that I do. I enjoy driving. I don't enjoy fixing stuff.
Yeah, I miss driving my Mini.
Yeah.
Like right now, I have like 3 bins full of parts in my garage. And I don't even recall where those parts go, so I will need to go and look all the bags. I put the parts number on just to, okay, that one can go there, or maybe go there.
But it fits in both holes.
Yeah.
How much more do you have to work on your Mini?
Right now, I'm just waiting for my buddy to give me a thumbs up to bring the frames there. So we're changing the roof, floor pan. We've got some holes here and there that we're gonna fix, and after that, we're gonna strip all the paints off and redone.
Oh, so you're doing the whole damn thing, huh?
Yeah. I was looking at the Mini one day, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna remove the glue on thing on the floor because it was starting cracking everywhere. I think all Minis.
Oh, is that the soundproofing?
Yeah, that sound deadening. And
yeah.
I was like, and I found that where all the plugs are on the floor were starting rusting out around them. And once I removed them, I had a chunk that big off the car. So I was like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna strip the whole car and let it sit until I fix everything.
Oof. Yikes. Well, are you going to kind of keep it original, same color, changing things up? What's your plan for it?
I got pictures from when it was in UK, when the owner in Gatineau first bought it, and after that the one in Stoneham. So we changed color so many times. It came off from factory was white, was changed to bluish, and after that changed to purple, and the last owner painted red. So every time I scratching something, I found out that there's more color under. under.
It's like a never-ending gobstopper, isn't it?
Yeah, so I was like, okay, what color I want? And I'm in a big mini club here in Montreal side, and I was like, okay, what color they don't have?
I think
Because here it seems like people all have like green mini, like all sort of green mini, like racing green, turquoise, everything. And I was like, okay, I won't go green.
green's the best color though.
So yeah.
Is your car's name Gimpy? Because if not, you can call it like Willy Wonka or Gobstopper or something. That's kind of a funny name, Sean. I like that. Never
Next, you're going to suggest painting it like an Oompa Loompa.
Oompa Loompa or something.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna stay red because I love the red one, but I might go for a different red than the OEM colors factory side. Maybe like a Ducati red or something.
Ooh,
That sounds quite nice.
interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Are you gonna upgrade anything else, or are you just kind of restoring it? You hot rod it out a little bit? Any fancy bits?
I tried to keep everything like it was out of the factory, even if the engine was replaced for a 1989 Metro engine. So I tried to keep everything like mini. I wish I had the wallet for a underswap.
No, you
Money
don't.
flies off when you start
No, you
that.
don't want that.
I just love the smell of carburetor.
Yeah.
Like you just start the car and everything smell. It's like going skidoing during the winter time. You just go in and you're like, smell good.
Kevin, on your Instagram profile, it says a bunch of things. One of them is tool lover. Is there a favorite tool that you have?
I love my impact.
Ooh.
Yes.
I bought a rigid cordless impact and I use it every day.
Yeah.
Like I saw something seized up, I'm like, okay, it needs to be removed or break.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I use my impact every day.
Yeah. I have a cord. Most of my power tool, actually, I think all of them are corded just because I'm a cheapskate and I use hand tools most of the time. And especially on the Mini, and although it would be really nice to have maybe not a impact for the Mini, but like one of those I don't know, what are they called, drivers maybe, or the wrench
it's
one.
like a small, yeah, it's a wrench, electric
Yeah,
wrench.
that would be nice because sometimes that's frustrating. That's a faff.
Oh yeah, the forearm, sometimes they get tired of just
Oh
like
my
scratching
gosh,
and
especially
everything.
like when you're like upside down somewhere. Sean, do you know what we're talking about?
Yeah, your neck is like that and you're like, come
Yes,
on.
Mike, I know what you're talking about.
Sean, get going, baby.
All right, I'm going down the unit now. All right, I'll leave you guys to finish up. I'm gonna get the subframe and engine out by the time this interview is done.
I truly hope so. Sean, here's what Kevin.
Just give me a sec. I will book a plane ticket.
Yeah, there we go. Kev, tell me if you agree. I don't know. Here's maybe a controversy question. We should add this maybe to the Patty Probe. Should you do engine out of the top and then drop the subframe, or engine and subframe down? Because I personally think engine and subframe down is going to be like heavy. So why would you? I would rather pull it out. You have a crane, like a engine hoist?
Yeah, I got a crane at my place. I thought at first I would put the engine from the bottom, and I was like, okay, it's gonna be finicky to wiggle off like the subframe and the engine in one piece because you cannot move almost the body. because everything is pull everything. So you have like the crane holding the frames, and you start to wiggle the subframe off with the engine, or you just have to drop the subframe while the engine is already.
I feel like I've seen people kind of support the engine and subframe somehow and unbolt it all and then just like lift it up and over and wheelbarrow the car off. But like,
yeah, you need to like lift the whole car.
Yeah,
Altogether.
that seems
Not
like
just,
such a
the
faff.
front
I
end.
feel like pulling the engine out is pretty easy. There's not that much, and then you can just unbolt the subframe and drop it from there. That's my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
done the
I find it
bottom
easier
out
to do it that way because when I was trying to figure out how to remove it,
because you're
I
gonna
just
pull
removed
the engine off the
radiator.
subframe anyway and rebuild it. Like, so why? I don't know. I'm
It's
not
I
an
just thought it was an
expert.
easy way of doing it.
It's just to find out how to remove all the boil joint, tie rods, and everything to like put everything off the engine because the drive shaft cannot stay
then-
there.
Here's the flip side. Is it not? Yeah, like Kevin said, is it not easier to drop the subframe with the engine on so that you can get to every single nut and bolt whilst the subframe's out with the engine? It just makes life easier to get to certain
No,
bits.
because
Surely.
here's what you do. You take the linkage off, you take the exhaust off, you take the wires off, and then from there you pretty much only have the ancillaries that you could or could not take off. I take them off just so it's easier. Then the axle is not that difficult. You just pop the ball joints off, and the hub falls forward, and then you can tap the whole thing out. Or I've seen people too like start to lift it, and when there's like enough angle, they just pop the what's it called, pot joint out. Depends on what kind of axles you have, I guess.
But the put joint are not that hard to remove because if you have like a pry bar at home,
Yeah,
you can
pop
just
it.
like go between the
okay.
just pop out, but empty all the oil.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah,
already
yeah.
burned.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
good
drain
point.
the fluids. I forgot that step.
Yeah,
So did I.
I did that mistake.
I mean, yeah, it's I don't know. Personally, I think it in my head how it works. Pulling it out the top seems easier, and then dropping the subframe. But I don't know. I'm no expert, so
Yeah, you just don't have to worry about how we're gonna move stuff to make it higher.
Right.
So the subframe stay on the ground.
Right. Well, Kevin, do you want to jump into some Patty Probe questions?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Number one. And for those that are listening, maybe this is your first episode, Patty Probe is a set of questions, maybe controversial, classic mini related, of course, that we ask all of our guests. We have a array of different questions, so but we typically ask similar ones. So, just for your knowledge, number one, what is your least favorite mini variant?
I think the Canadian one.
The which one?
The Canadian Mini. If you look
With the
online,
oversized
Canadian
indicators.
Mini, the bumper are so awful.
Oh, they are pretty ugly. It's not
Yeah.
necessarily the Mini, though. It's just like the safety features that they need.
Yeah, like they put the bumper higher with the flasher on the bumpers, and
Is it the one that has, what is the one that also has like the metal, like, maybe this isn't even a variant, maybe this is just like a modification people do, but it's like the metal kind of bumper that comes up and over the light kind of thing? The rear light?
yeah,
Is that,
that's the
Oh, you want
Canadian
about bull
one.
bars?
is
Yeah.
it though? Like, I didn't know if that was like standard or not. That is pretty ugly.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some standard minis can be ugly unless you. I don't know. I'm not even going to give my opinion right now. Let's see, Kev. 10-inch, 12-inch, or 13-inch?
I got 12-inch on mine. I would love to have 10-inch because I think all minis should have 10-inch.
There you go. That's an easy swap while you have everything out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Do you have a favorite 10-inch wheel?
Hmm.
And why is it the Mamba?
Yeah, I think the Mambo is pretty neat.
It is pretty neat. Did
Yeah.
Here's a question for Sean. Maybe you know. I don't know, Kevin, if you know. I th- I th- I could be wrong, but wasn't the Mamba specifically made for minis? Like, or did other cars run the Mamba? Or
I
we're
think they
all like
were
10-inch. I
specifically.
mean, some other cars had 10-inch wheels, right? Like maybe Alphas or no. So
No, it might have been imps at a
No,
push.
so maybe so,
I think only go karts and
so
golf
basic
carts
Yeah.
have 10-inch
yeah, so like what
wheels.
other car had 10-inch wheels? So like what so basically if that's true, then all 10-inch wheels are essentially made for minis.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Somebody let us know. Somebody let
Do a
us
goog.
we'll give it a
Yeah,
goog.
no.
Somebody will know.
Yeah.
Hmm. Um let's see here. I've been enjoying this one. What would be your dream mini road trip? We're talking a lot about road trips lately. So what would be your dream road trip in the classic mini?
And a classic Mini. I would love to drive my Mini from where I live to Jet Motors in the
Ooh,
States.
that's a haul.
Yeah, just to go see all the Mini he got in his yard.
Yeah. Well, if you're coming over in that region, you can just keep heading down the coast and hit you can hit Jet, you can hit Mini Mania is up there, and
Yeah,
Don Racine has a barn full. Um,
yeah. There's the museum. I don't remember where's the British Museum in the States,
there's a few of them.
but
And then
yeah,
on in California, you got down south here. You have Heritage, and yeah, and you can take a tour of. Oh, in Arizona, you got Wild Child Classic. We need to get him on too. He's got a bunch too. So
Hmm.
yeah, take it on. Well, you hit go all the way across, hit Steveston. I can never say that, and then come down.
Stevenson Motorco.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because they're over like in BC side, aren't they?
yeah. It's in BC side. When I was back in the day a truck driver, I've been so many times to BC in truck, but it's quite a
Yeah,
ride.
I can imagine. Not your favorite road trip
It's
is.
just funny how you go to the States, you cross the borders, road are so just neat. But if you cross Canada, you're like, okay, what I need to survive to cross Canada?
The frozen tundra up there.
Yeah,
On this road trip, what would be your playlist?
the Weezer.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Ooh.
nice.
I think a nice old playlist from the Weezer. Yeah,
If
Bit of
you
Beverly
want
Hills.
that's
to destroy my sweater, whoa, 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 as if I'm away, watch me unravel. I'll soon be naked, lying on the floor. Da-da-da. That was a great song.
Oh
yeah.
no.
I,
They should release their album on tape so we can play them in mini.
yeah, yeah. I bet we can find it.
So we can stick a pen
Yeah, yeah.
when it gets stuck on the radio.
Yeah.
Do you have a tape deck in yours?
I got a friend of mine who gave one to me because I had like a Clarion C1,
Nice.
and I was like, you know what? I want like plastic look of having
Yeah.
a tape
I
radio in my car.
I
Hell yeah.
I never wanted music in my car, but lately I've been wanting to hook it up a little bit. I just don't I don't know. But I want like an old tape deck or something. That would be kind of cool, but
Yeah,
I don't know. Interesting. That
Hmm.
should be a Patty Probe question. Do
Should.
minis need music? Yes or no? Actually, we'll throw it in right now. Do minis
Why not?
should minis have speakers for music? Yes or no?
I think yes, because sometimes when it's raining, you just want to like soften engine noise and the rattle. So you just crank up the volume and you sing along. And it's like,
I've always just said my Mini's so
Oh.
loud that I can't imagine having music in there. Like I have the little Bluetooth thing and it works okay, but like maybe if I had speakers it would be better.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I got the back one and I add up the floor ones who go underneath the seats.
yeah.
And I think I just hear the one underneath.
Yeah, see, like,
I don't hear the one coming.
yeah,
from
the only place I can like imagine putting it is in the back, like most people do, but I feel like that's not loud enough for how loud my car is, so they like need to be in the front facing me, but I don't know. I don't know anything about audio.
I know Stevenson Motor Co. They released like a small, like plastic cap that you replace the vent with small
Yeah.
speakers.
Mm.
So maybe put tweeters up front and nice.
Yeah, but I
And
don't want to
I don't know,
ruin the
12-inch
look of the
speakers
dash
and-
either. So that's a tricky thing.
Yeah, but if you look, they look like the regular.
Yeah, but I
vent.
don't have the vents.
It's like a camouflage thing.
Yeah, I took the vents out, so it's just like it looks
Oh.
like a Mark 1 dash. So I don't know, trickery.
So when it's hot, you bring your small hand to-
Yeah, it's you know, I was thinking the other day, do those fresh air vents actually work? Like it pulls like hot air in.
It's not too bad because it's hooked in the front of the
Yeah.
car, so there's no like warm air from the engine
Yeah.
coming in there.
I blocked mine off because I
it
didn't
doesn't
have any
help.
of the tubing, so I was like, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
faff with that. It's coming from the wheel well, like it's gonna be great fresh air.
Yeah, you're just breathing all the
Yeah.
dust and
Exactly.
the spilled oil from the road.
Yep. Kev, last but not least, if you could have a drink, coffee, beer, tea, drink of your choice with one mini celeb, who would it be?
Patty Hopkins.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that. Yeah. He's was it Ian that said he had breakfast with him?
Might have been Ian.
Jer from Jet Motor Co. Visit his plant in
Yeah.
UK.
Yeah, man.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a tough question. I love that question because there's like obviously Patty Hopkirk, but like there's so many cool, you know, I don't know if celeb's the right word, but you know, inspirations in the classic mini world I love that. So, Kev, anything else for the
Maybe
people?
even Austin Power.
Ooh, Austin Power. That would actually, you know, we're trying to get him on the podcast.
Just having Mike Myers and the
Yeah, we're
mini
trying.
with his Austin Power.
His agent reached out to me and said he wants to be on, so we're trying to schedule him. We're pretty booked up, so. And same with Rowan. Sorry, buddy. We're trying
Yeah.
real
Another episode.
real hard. You know, we've been a little busy with our YouTube, Rowan, so we're kind of a big deal. But
We'll see the planning.
Kev, anything else for the people? What's mainly minis? Is that your club up there?
Yeah, that's the club. It exists. We're having our 50th anniversary in August.
Nice.
So we're gonna have 92 or 93 minis
Wow.
over there with more than almost 200 people.
Dang, huge.
Damn. That's going to be
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
How far are you from Newfoundland? How do you say that?
Newfoundland? I don't know.
Is that kind of far? Because that's where God, I'm so bad with names. My brain doesn't work too good in the morning sometimes. We should probably change these episodes because my brain can't work. What's his name up in he was on the podcast. I can't. I don't have Instagram pulled up right now. He's over there somewhere. I don't know. There's been a few Canucks on the pod. Saskatchewan. That's pretty far though
I'm
for
like
me.
full south from there.
Yeah, mainly many is Montreal. Cool.
I think it's like 8 to 9 hours.
Ooh, wow.
Drive.
Yeah,
Newfoundland.
Canada's pretty big, huh?
Yeah. And you go there, there's nothing except bear, moose, and deer.
Well, that's not a bad thing nowadays. You know, I can get along with some moose.
Yeah.
Some.
My dad used to work over there and was always telling me like Newfoundland is where all the birds turn around and the asphalt just finished.
Have you? Do you guys eat moose up there? Moose meat
Yeah, I'm moose hunting and deer hunting.
is I've had deer. Is moose any good? Is it gamey?
It's
Is
better
it
than
tough?
deer. No, I found it softer than deer. Like it's just melt in your mouth.
Ooh.
You nicely.
See,
cooked
weren't
it.
we just talking about Florida and someone didn't try gator?
Gator, yeah, that was it.
Yeah, was that last episode? What was that?
Yeah, I think it was last
I
episode.
forget. See, my brain's not working. Gator's real good though. Yeah, you're gonna get some. We might.
You're still stuck on your steering wheel. That's why it's so easy.
I'm gonna take some pictures and send it to you. I'm just gonna like film it as I'm driving to see like, is it straight enough, guys? I'm so scared to put the thing back on because I don't want it to go crooked, and it's gonna drive me nuts.
Yeah, I need to change mine. I want a nice wood one. I have like a leather one, but was like spray painted or I don't know what on
Mountaineclassic.co.uk
it.
Mini Life 10.
Yeah,
In all fairness, I love my wood steering wheel. It's so nice, and it's nice to like, I know, I get it. People buy the old ones and restore them, and this and that and the other thing. I get it, but the classic,
But the wood grain.
dude, the wood grain classic
Yeah.
one, it's new and it looks and feels really great. I love it. I love it. So,
and it's so light.
I'm not even getting paid to say that. I genuinely do love it. It's a great look. It's a great look.
Highly
Yeah.
recommend.
Highly recommend. Is that the dark one?
It is the dark wood one.
It's so
and it's
nice.
absolutely stunning.
Dang, yeah. See, I really couldn't tell. It's so hard to photograph them too.
It's almost like red wine stained. I think that's the best way to describe it.
Ooh, I'm not mad that I got the lighter one, but the dark one,
No.
the dark one looks good too.
it's nice to have the lighter one if you have like the walnut dashboard.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
If you
like
have
the
the
wooden
standard
picket
console,
style.
that's why I originally had it because I had that like burled walnut dash thing, and I was going to try to save it. It was just too far gone, so it did.
Yeah, it's always finicky to just sand everything off and restain it.
Mine was like,
so much
Yeah.
work. Mine was holding with like a self-tap screw in the middle
Of course.
the dash.
of course, someone
Yeah, I
just
need to
self-tap
order
the
one.
shit out of it. I love finding self-tappers when it's not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Especially when one boat holding a full dash.
oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice. Nice. Well, Kev, anything else for the people? Go follow him, Gimpy_501. Check out his mini. Start posting more about the restoration. I want to see more progress on that thing. Since Sean has no progress on his, so somebody needs. Sean's gonna leave.
Why you like
Sean's
this,
gonna
man?
leave 'cause
Why
he
you like
hates
I'm
this?
going to Switzerland next year. I can't drive there. Can help you out.
Okay,
It's
a
called
lot of the
tough
problem
love,
is I'm waiting
buddy.
to buy parts, all right?
Yeah.
I get you spurring me on, but man, come on.
Oh,
It's a whole episode of digging on me, man.
It's scary when you first start. It's always scary to start disassembling and everything because you're like,
Well,
when I
true.
gonna have the time to reassemble everything?
Sean, deep
on?
down,
True, and half of it is already out.
Sean, I'm actually very proud of you. You've done a lot of work on that car already, and I am very proud of you. And I just want to see it back on the road. So that's why I'm just giving you shit. You've done a lot. You have a lot of plans, and you've already done a lot of stuff on it. And I just, I'm proud of you, Sean.
I appreciate that, Mike, but I will be the first to admit that I have definitely bitten off more than I can chew.
We're here for you, buddy. We got you. The mini life
thank you.
community.
Usually after 6-8 beer, you're good to remove the full.
Well, this is it.
by
I'm
yourself,
buying.
by hand, and after
I'm
that
buying-
you're like, how
That's
I
it.
did that.
That is not OSHA approved. Not OSHA approved. That is not
Well-
advice for mini life. But, anyways,
Hey, if it works, it works, all right?
Go follow minilife.37 on Instagram, Mountney Classic on Instagram, Gimpy_501 on Instagram. You can follow me, Goldtooth Cray with a K on Insta, and at Scrappy Yard on Insta. And we'll catch you guys on the next one.
See you later. Thanks, Kevin.